Since October 2020, the pipeline has deflected 105 feet, and we have casing damage, and then, of course, the crack that occurred since that, over the course of that year. So as you can imagine, we are now sifting through 1 year worth of automatic identification system data, radar images from multiple sources, including the Coast Guard's Marine Exchange Vessel Traffic Service, and as well as the Los Angeles pilots. With that in mind, the amount of oil, some people, it's not clear exactly when the oil began to leak from that area. So that's just something another factor we're going to have to look at, as the length of time potentially this could have been in place. We're fairly certain that there was one at least initiating incident that occurred several months to a year ago of an anchor drag situation. We're confident now that it was a large vessel. We've done our Marine Safety Center at headquarters has done an analysis of the metric force tons that would be required to move that pipeline 105 feet, and it could not be a fishing vessel type, smaller vessel like that. Once the initial contact was made, it's possible there was a small fracture or no fracture. It's hard. It would be impossible to tell at this time. One thing that we're going to do to help answer that question is take that section of pipe. We're aiming to get the section of pipe with the fracture, and then use the National Transport Safety Board's laboratory, electron microscope, to do a real metallurgical survey and try to determine when it occurred, exactly how it occurred, and we may be able to determine those details in better detail down the line.
Could you clarify?
It's very possible that the initial strike just deflected the pipeline with no fracture, and then additional stresses added later by another incident or the geological events, maybe that either increased the fracture or caused the whole thing. It looks like a linear type fracture that's not from the actual anchor flukes digging in.